Are some people hoping for a recession? Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's up, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hype, and what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. It's Today in Mortgage. Rich Jefferson's back here again with me today. Rich, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Michael.
Rich, you're always doing great. I love to hear it. So, hey, Rich, this is an interesting one today that you sent me. The headline is just kind of wacky, but it's from MarketWatch. We're going to talk about it. It says, prospective home buyers are hoping for a recession to bring down housing prices. Does that make sense? Rich, it's right there in the article title. Does this make sense? Let's talk about it. What do you think?
Well, I mean, listen, if you look back to 2007, 8, 9, I mean, that giant recession caused a huge housing issue, caused prices to come way down. But I just want to remind everybody that was a completely different set of circumstances. You're talking about, you had servers at restaurants that owned 2 and 3 rental properties because they did stated income, stated asset, mortgage programs. So anybody could buy a home. And today's market is just completely different. Everybody is ultra qualified. Many people have 2.5, 2.75 interest rates. Like, they're sitting on $200,000 in equity in their home. This is a completely different place that a recession is just not going to hurt it that bad.
Yeah, so let's talk about what the idea of hoping for a recession would look like. Rich, if I'm a, young 30s something, wanting to buy a house, having trouble doing it, and I'm thinking to myself, hey, if there's a recession, maybe costs come down a little bit. Maybe if there's a recession, the Fed's going to cut interest rates. All of a sudden, I can maybe afford these houses that I wasn't being able to qualify for before. But Rich, there's a problem with that, right? What's the flip side of it?
Well, listen, if a recession happens, interest rates will likely come down. That will open up buying opportunity for a lot of buyers right now. So if interest rates come down a full percent, that could free up a $200 difference in a mortgage payment, which then some people may now qualify. $200 is a big difference when qualifying on a debt to income ratio. So that could very well happen. Interest rates could likely come down during a recession. The problem is we don't have an overabundance of homes waiting to be sold. We've got limited inventory. We're in a housing shortage. So it's not like there's just an overabundance of properties to go buy. If interest rates come down, competition goes way up for those properties that are available for sale. So, it's a catch-22, low interest rates, yet prices may even climb because of competition.
And Rich, if a potential recession was steep enough, I think that would have an effect on employment, right? Which might,
for sure,
kick some people out of the market that hope to be in it, right?
Yeah, I mean, Fed Chair Powell mentioned yesterday they expect softer employment. So, they raised the unemployment, the predictions for unemployment ratios. They lifted that a little bit. So we're going to see some unemployment issues. But we have 162 million people in our, that are working. So it would have to be a giant hit, which I don't anticipate it to be. And neither do any economists. And Fed Chair Powell even said himself, it's going to tick up, but not by a big measure.
Well, Rich, I wasn't going to bring it up, but you did. Was there anything else in his messaging yesterday that we should be paying attention to from the Fed?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things that we're going to slow the roll on their balance sheet. Instead of dumping product, they're going to slow it up, which is why pricing got a little bit better yesterday. So they're just going to retain more, which is great, we really need that. So that was all positive. But, he's talking about some of the economic data softening. They slowed the roll on GDP. Lowered it from 2.1, I think, to 1.7 or 1.8 for the balance of the year. So, things are slowing up a little bit. Not enough to cause a big difference in housing, but it is slowing up, definitely.
Well, Rich, I think there's definitely, two sides of this economy right now. There's people who are stressed out about maybe the stock market coming down, their 401ks are in retirement. Maybe if you're a little bit older, you're worried about that. If you're younger, you might be one of these people who is, maybe hoping for a small recession that could just alleviate a little bit of that pressure to be able to buy that first home or upgrade to a new home. But Rich, let's just bring it back to the simple question: does it make sense to be hoping for a recession on the aggregate?
No, I mean, it's really not going to affect housing a big difference. We're in a housing shortage, so the competition's gonna rise as interest rates come down. And if what I would recommend, if you're frustrated and you're in that camp where you're hoping for a recession, what I would do is talk to a trusted mortgage advisor, let them advise you on grants and down payment assistance products that you may be qualified for. Look at other opportunities. Home prices are going to continue to rise, so get in now. Remember, we've said this so many times, Michael, your purchase price is the only permanent piece. The interest rate is temporary. So get yourself qualified with the right product at the right rate today that you qualify for, and pull the trigger. Buy the home.
It's a good word, Rich. Well, speaking of trusted loan advisors, obviously we have a lot of those here at Network Funding, and we are growing. Rich, what are the kind of people that we're looking for to join our family here at the network?
We're always looking for great originators that have this entrepreneurial spirit. They want to have somebody supporting them. They need a lender supporting them, behind them, helping pushing them along. But they do it their own way. So we provide everything you possibly need to be a better you. So if you're interested in learning more about network funding, please reach out for a confidential call with me personally, and I'll step you through our culture, our technology, our branch models. We'll talk about everything.
Rich will step you through, and that first step is clicking the grow link below to get some more information on how to be a part of the best network in mortgages. Rich, before we sign off today, anything else out there in the news going into the weekend that you want to talk about?
I would say get out and look at homes this weekend. Go shake some hands with some listing agents and look at some homes this weekend, and then come back and talk to a network funding mortgage advisor, and they're going to hook you up with the right product to buy that home.
There you go, Rich. Well, thanks so much, everyone out there, for watching and listening wherever you are. We appreciate you as always. Rich, I appreciate you bringing the heat and making me smart on these things. We'll be back next week with more on what's going on in mortgage and real estate news. Until then, have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. JA Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and/or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.